Are you struggling with sacroiliac joint pain? In just 8 minutes, I'm going to guide you through an easy stretch and exercise routine to help you find relief. Hey everyone, Dr. Jeff Peng here. I'm a sports medicine doctor, and I've seen firsthand how effective targeted exercises and strengthening programs can be in treating sacroiliac joint pain. But I know that getting started can be a challenge. That's why I've designed this simple program that you can follow along with daily. These straightforward movements can make a big difference in how you feel every day. The first thing we're going to do is a knee to chest stretch, which gently stretches your lower back and gluteal muscles to relieve tension around the SI joint. We're going to hold this for 30 seconds. So lie down on your back on a comfortable flat surface. Bend one knee and bring it toward your chest. Hold your shin with both hands. If that's uncomfortable, hold behind your thigh instead. Relax your opposite leg, keeping it straight on the ground. You should feel a stretch in your lower back and buttock area. Breathe deeply and steadily. Great job. Now let's switch sides and repeat the stretch with your other leg. Keep in mind that the purpose of the knee to chest stretch is to increase flexibility in your lower back and gluteal muscles. Tightness in these muscles can place extra stress on your pelvis, causing the SI joint to compensate and potentially leading to discomfort. By gently lengthening these muscles, you're improving mobility in your lumbar spine and hips. This helps distribute forces more evenly across the SI joint, reducing strain and alleviating pain. Now let's move on to the lying trunk rotation. This is an excellent exercise for improving the rotational mobility of your lower back and stretching important muscles around the pelvis. We're going to do this for 30 seconds on each side. So while lying on your back, bend your right knee and rotate it across your body towards the left side. Keep both shoulders flat on the ground. This is really important to get an effective stretch. Make sure you're breathing deeply and try to rotate even more with every breath. Okay, good. Now let's switch to the other side. So bend your left knee up and then rotate it over your right side. This exercise is really important because it stretches your obliques and deep spinal muscles. Restricted movement in the lower back can cause your pelvis and SI joint to absorb additional stress, leading to irritation and pain. Improving mobility in this area reduces unnecessary strain on the SI joint, which can help decrease inflammation and discomfort. Next, we're going to move on to the figure 4 glute stretch, which will hold for 30 seconds on each side. This stretch targets your glutes and piriformis muscles, helping to alleviate tension around the SI joint. So while lying on your back, lift your right foot and put your right ankle over your left thigh, just above the knee, forming a figure 4 shape with your legs. Clasp your hands behind your left thigh and gently pull it towards your chest. You should feel a stretch in your right hip and in the right glutes. Remember to breathe and relax into the stretch. Great, now let's switch sides. So place your left ankle over your right thigh, clasp your hands behind your right thigh and gently pull it towards your chest. The glutes and piriformis often become tight and contribute to pelvic misalignment. Tightness in these muscles can alter how your pelvis moves, placing additional stress on the SI joint. So by stretching and lengthening these muscles, we help restore proper pelvic alignment and reduce stress on the SI joint. Next, we'll perform a seated hamstring stretch, holding for 30 seconds on each side. This stretch helps loosen tight hamstrings, which can reduce strain on your SI joint. Sit comfortably on the floor with your right leg extended out in front of you. Bend your left knee so the foot is up against the inner thigh of your right leg. Inhale deeply and then exhale as you hinge forward at the hips, reaching your hands towards your right foot. Try to keep your spine straight and avoid rounding your back. If you can't reach your toes, grasp your ankle or your shin. Feel the stretch along the back of your right hamstring. Okay, great work. Now let's do the left side. So extend your left leg straight out and bend your right knee. Hinge forward at the hips and reach towards your left foot. A lot of people have problems with tight hamstrings, and when they get really tight, they pull on the pelvis, causing a posterior pelvic tilt. This tilting changes the alignment of your sacrum and places additional stress on the SI joint. So by stretching your hamstrings, you can help restore proper pelvic alignment and reduce strain on the SI joint. Now let's move on to glute bridges, which we'll perform for 30 seconds and aim to do 8 to 10 repetitions during this time. Lie down on your back and bend your knees, placing your feet flat on the floor about hip width apart. Engage your core and your glutes and then lift your hips upward towards the ceiling. Squeeze your glutes at the top of the movement and hold for a second. Then slowly lower your hips back down to the starting position. Repeat this movement, maintaining a steady pace. You can make this more difficult by adding a resistance band around your thighs or placing a weight on your hips. The next exercise is hip adduction to strengthen your inner thigh muscles, which helps stabilize your pelvis and prevent excessive side-to-side motion. We'll do this for 30 seconds. Lie down and bend your knees. Place an object between your knees, and this could be a pillow, a rolled up towel, or a paper towel roll, or any soft item you can comfortably squeeze. Squeeze the object between your knees by contracting your inner thigh muscles together. Hold for about 3 to 4 seconds and then release the contraction. Repeat for a total of 30 seconds. You can make this more challenging by combining this exercise with a glute bridge. The second to last exercise is the lying hip abduction, which we'll perform for 30 seconds on each side. Again, aim to do 8 to 10 repetitions for each side. This exercise targets the gluteus medius and minimus muscles, which are crucial for stabilizing your pelvis. Lie down on your right side so that your body is in a straight line. Stack your legs and then lift your left leg upwards as high as comfortably possible without rotating your hips. Keep your toes pointed forward. Pause at the top of the movement and squeeze your glutes. Then slowly lower your leg back down and repeat. Awesome, now let's switch sides. So lie down on your left side now and raise your right leg up. Move slowly and with control. Focus on muscle engagement rather than speed. The source of a lot of hip problems is actually the glutes. Weakness can cause the pelvis to drop, which increases movement and stress in the SI joint. So by strengthening these hip abductors, you enhance pelvic stability, which then protects the SI joint from excessive motion. Finally, the last exercise is the bird dog, which we'll perform for 30 seconds. Aim to do 8 to 10 repetitions total. This exercise strengthens your core muscles and the muscles along your spine, enhancing stability and support for your SI joint. Start on your hands and knees in tabletop position. Make sure your hands are directly underneath your shoulders and that your knees are underneath your hips. Extend your right arm straight out in front of you at shoulder height. At the same time, extend your left leg straight out behind you at hip height. Hold this position for a brief moment and then slowly return to the starting position. Then repeat the movement with your left arm and right leg. Continue alternating sides for 30 seconds. All it takes is a simple stretching and exercise regimen to relieve pain in the SI joint. Do this program once a day for optimal results. If you're having pain in other areas of your body, check out my playlist for other similar exercise routines to eliminate your pain. Thanks for watching.